Reason why he didn't come chasing after you, even though you know the connection was real, it would have been the perfect dynamic.
Do you think a man should chase a woman?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
The chase is fun.
Ladies, here's a tip about getting a man to chase you. A man is not going to chase you unless you give him an offer.
Women wanting to be chased by men is like a cat chasing a mouse. Once caught, the thrill is gone.
Princess treatment I expect as a liberal woman. Number one, you're driving most places.
You know what I notice about the men these days? They love a good chase.
Men are the biggest fucking bitches, and I just want to know why. Why is it that every single guy I've given my number...
When a man isn't playing their games, the name-calling comes out. It's simply self-respect. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
This is a message to all the men. I'm telling you right now, the kind of girl you want to date is the one that hates all men.
Sounds like someone is trying to get a date.
There is something that is inherently feminine about a man that is playing hard to get in modern dating culture that I find so incredibly unattractive. I feel like in 2025, I mean, I'm new to the dating scene again after getting divorced, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of men who are wanting to be chased, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, the sperm swims to the egg. It really just doesn't make sense to me. And the moment that a man starts to engage in any kind of behavior that suggests that he wants to be chased by me, it is immediately such a turn off for me. Like, if he is starting to try to play hard to get, I'm immediately disinterested, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I was actually looking for a man.
Well, I don't think it's playing hard to get. Most men usually back off whenever they see the energy isn't being reciprocated. That's called self-respect. Many of these women wants to be chased or pursued, but then themselves wants to do nothing. I think in modern dating, men have learned to value their time. Men aren't as desperate as women think. They realize that constantly chasing someone who shows little to no interest is a waste. At the end of the day, relationships are a two-way street. And if a woman feels like she doesn't need to put in effort, then most men will simply walk away. A lot of women, including this woman, take offense to that and call these men feminine, when in reality, he realizes his value. It's not about being feminine, it's about having standards and not tolerating one-sided effort. It's funny how when a man refuses to be used, suddenly he's weak or feminine, when in truth, that's the strongest move he can make.
Do you think a man should chase a woman?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
The chase is fun.
Listen, you will not ever catch me sliding into a man's DM shooting my shot. That is just not, no, that's not okay. A guy that wants to pursue you, that's what a guy does. And any guy that you pursue is gonna throw you out to the gutter because you're just, you know, he can get you if he wants you.
What's the difference between a guy chasing and pursuing?
See, I don't like chasing. Like, I don't want a guy who's blowing up my phone when I don't want to talk to him. That's not cute. But a guy who's pursuing is gonna, like, actively try to make plans with you. And if a girl likes him, she'll do the same back. So it's not like a girl chasing, but it's a girl, like, matching the energy.
Reciprocating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Men are the biggest fucking bitches, and I just want to know why. Why is it that every single guy I've given my number to, except for one, maybe two, since I started dating at the beginning of the summer, from me going up to them, I swear to God, I just went to Chipotle after the gym, immediately make eye contact with this guy. He was very good looking. I could tell that he was interested in me, and I could tell he was looking at me for a long time. When I walked in, he was checking out, so he should have been leaving. I go in line. He circled the block and went to use the bathroom, and I could see him in the reflection of the Chipotle-like thing. I could see him looking at me from behind. I also was wearing gym shorts, so he might have just been looking at my ass. Anyway, looking out, I walk right past him and start walking to my car. And the second I get in my car, he gets up and leaves and goes to his car. And I have a Tesla, so I had all my cameras on and saw him walking behind my car, like staring at me. Just come up and fucking say something, bro. Like, such please, I just don't what are you guys worried about? Rejection? Do you need a tampon? Get the fuck over it.
Oh, she seems lovely, but yeah, I get it. But if she noticed him and was attracted to him, why didn't she approach him herself? And there are valid reasons as to why he didn't approach her right there, especially after leaving the gym. Probably trying to avoid stalker allegations, or maybe he didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. Nowadays, men are very cautious because one wrong move can be twisted into harassment. The reality is, a lot of men have learned that it's safer to stay in their lane unless a woman makes it clear she's open and interested. And honestly, if she truly liked him, nothing was stopping her from starting that conversation herself.
You know what I notice about the men these days? They love a good chase, like a hoe. Like they want to be chased like a hoe. And I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I am an old school, original OG, okay? Like, if a man is interested in me, that man is going to pursue me. If that man doesn't pursue me, I assume he's not interested in me. And then that's it. That's the end of that.
Men literally used to go to war. Okay, and now they say, why don't you chase me? Why don't you text me first? I'm sorry, what, diva?
Girls used to be virgins before marriage. Girls used to be passed off from their father to their newly wedded husband. You can conveniently leave out that detail if you'd like to, but that is the fundamental difference as to why guys aren't going to chase women anymore. Men, fundamentally, only want to date women that have a high level of discernment. Why would a guy in his right mind go and chase a woman that's already had 3 husbands or 30 ex-boyfriends? This was historically also never the case. Before you start complaining about why guys won't chase you, maybe you should look in the mirror.
Ouch! These types of women are really just begging men to chase a bill. Seriously, what are you getting by chasing a modern woman today? Entitlement, attitude, demands, and on top of that, she expects you to be her dependent, her emotional punching bag, and her wallet. There's no need for a man to chase a woman if he doesn't see value in her. He probably noticed that she isn't worth it. A lot of these women are complaining that men aren't chasing them. But what are they chasing? What for? Attention, validation, a pretty face with no effort behind it. A lot of them just feel like they should get chased just because they're a woman. And with that mindset, they stay stuck in the same place, complaining about why men aren't chasing. They don't stop to ask themselves why men aren't chasing anymore. Instead of doing the work on their character, their attitude, or what they bring to a relationship, they rely on the idea that simply existing as a woman is enough.
The reason why he didn't come chasing after you, even though you know the connection was real, it would have been the perfect dynamic, isn't because he didn't feel a connection, and it's definitely not because of you. Take that idea and get rid of it. The reason why he didn't come chasing after you was because it would have required him to step into the fullest version of himself and let go of his ego, take accountability, and be the man that you need him to be. It's not because he didn't have feelings for you.
You know why men are mad that women are getting provided for?
Mad, is it? Do tell.
Because they want to be the women.
Oh, of course. That would have to be the answer, wouldn't it? Because there couldn't be any possible other rational explanation, now could there?
They want to get paid to exist.
Paid to exist? Who gets paid to exist? Where exactly are they living? Because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that would just love to sit around and do nothing and get paid. But most rational people understand that you actually have to earn your way in life. That's how reality works.
If a man swapped bodies with a woman for a day, the first thing all men say they would do is go do exactly what they judge women for. Oh, I would go sleep around, or I would go to the club and I would get guys to buy me drinks. I would go find an old man to buy me a bunch of stuff.
Maybe they just finally want to understand what it feels like to act completely irresponsibly and not be held to account for it.
So any man that acts jealous of you or judges you is just in the closet. He wants to be a woman.
Wow. So prejudice and bigotry are back on the table. But only in so much as that it's used to shame men. Then homophobic and transphobic language is perfectly acceptable as long as it's coming from a woman.
I don't know where she pulled this idea from, but men aren't mad that women are being provided for, nor do they want to be paid to exist. They don't live in that kind of delusion like most women do. Men know that if they don't perform, it affects their entire life. Career, stability, relationships, everything. Men live in a results-driven world, and they don't get rewarded for simply existing. That's why it blows my mind when some women act like just being a woman is enough to justify entitlement. Men don't get that luxury. If a man slacks, he loses everything. That being said, on the other hand, hand, a lot of women don't even have to do anything. If a man finds her beautiful, he'll just save her. Men can't do that. A man can't sit around with nothing to offer and expect a woman to come lift him out of his struggles. Society doesn't reward men for existing. It demands performance.
Ladies, here's a tip about getting a man to chase you. A man is not going to chase you unless you give him an opportunity to do that. Playing hard to get before he's even interested in you, it's not going to work. If you've been out on 1 or 2 dates and you're playing hard to get and you're wanting him to do all the chasing and do all the hard work, he's not going to do that. He hasn't made up his mind whether he's interested in you or not. So don't play games. Give him an opportunity to decide whether he wants to chase you. Be polite, return his calls, reply to his messages, and let him decide if he wants to chase you. He's not going to do that voluntarily by you playing games.
Why do men feel the need to be chased and always want to play games?
That's false. That's false.
Motherfucker.
That's false.
We're both pointing guns. We both want guns.
Oh, we don't feel the need to be chased at all.
Yes, you do.
No, how?
Excuse me.
Like,
Wouldn't
for
you be
example,
so bored if a girl was like every day texting you constantly?
You can say the same thing for you guys. It's
I
just
would
the
love
power
it.
dynamic. It's also like literally the law of attraction. You want what you can't have. It's like
But I'm not
physiologically,
like
it's inbred with us.
Wait. What?
This is the reason why I believe women should chase men and not the other way around. Now, before women go hitting on me, you want that commitment, right? You want that ring, right? So it's your job to prove to him why it's worthy of you. For one, it's always men chasing you in the beginning. And when they get what they want, that's when they could chill. It's the same for you, right? If you want a commitment, you're going to do what you can to get what you want, and then you'll feel relaxed. Men put in all the work in the beginning, and then you reciprocate that. Not only that, but it's actually a submissive and feminine quality to be chasing a man, double texting him, spamming his phone, because you are excited about him. You're embracing how you feel. And coming from that state of nurturing, wanting to take care of your man and giving him reassurance, trust me, that will make him want to commit to you.
Now, I do agree with this, but that's not how modern women see it. They don't believe they have to put in the work to get a ring. They just think a man should want to marry them because she's in his life. They even have an issue with the word submission. They say it's being a slave to a man. But what they don't realize is that submission in a relationship isn't about slavery. It's about trust, respect, and balance. It's about supporting each other and letting each person play their role in a partnership. Instead, many modern women treat it like a dirty word, ignoring the fact that mutual effort, compromise, and understanding are what actually make a marriage work. They expect the man to do all the heavy lifting while they coast, and then act surprised when the relationship struggles. On top of that, many modern women act like love is just a feeling they're entitled to, instead of something that's earned and maintained every day. They want stability, comfort, and validation handed to them, yet resist the idea of sacrifice, patience, or personal growth.
Men have both chase instinct and pursuit instinct. Chase is coming from their lower self. Pursuit is coming from their higher self. Chase is coming from their animal self. They chase what moves, they chase what's shiny, what's attractive, what they're curious about, what they find interesting, like dogs. But pursuit is coming from their masculine core, their masculine spirit. And they pursue what they see and know and feel is valuable. If you want to be pursued by a man, you have to be in touch with your inherent self-worth. You have to know and feel and believe with all of your being that you are valuable. Okay, so you can show up in the world like that knowing that you are valuable. And when you show up in the world like you're valuable, that's the only time a man can see you as valuable, and that's the only time you can inspire a man's pursuit instinct. A lot of beautiful women get chased by a lot of men but are not pursued, and me included in my past, because they are not connected to their inherent worth, and so they're not showing up in the world as their inherent valuable self. But every woman can get reconnected to their inherent self-worthiness by doing the inner work.
I asked 20,000 men what they wanted in a woman, and not one of them said, I want a woman that's half naked on the internet. Not even one of them said anything about how she should be great in bed. Mind you know what they said? I want her to be kind. I want her to be feminine. We're not looking for a slave. We're just looking for a partner. Not somebody who will be randomly angry at everything that I do. Not somebody that will make me walk on eggshells every time I'm in a relationship with her. We want a woman who will admit when she's wrong. That is the most attractive quality in a woman. Mind you, these were all men speaking. So if you think men are shallow and they only look at appearances, I want you to think again. Because I dare to say that it is us women who have it backwards. Trying so hard to be the most attractive woman on the internet. So many women are competing to see which women can show the most skin on the internet. Who can twerk the best. Who can act like she's the best in bed. Grow up. You are the one that's confused. Because you don't understand why you get 1,000 likes, but not one of these men, not one of them, takes you seriously enough to want to make you his wife. Wake up, ladies. Who are the ones being shallow here?
That's because men are simple. Men are actually looking for the innate qualities that women have: kindness, warmth, femininity, support, and the ability to bring peace, while many women are focused on materialistic things. A guy who's 6 feet tall, has a good job, drives a nice car. They see that as the baseline, not the exception. But men aren't obsessed with brands, money, or status symbols. They're drawn to how a woman makes them feel, how she nurtures the relationship, and how she adds value to their life beyond appearances. That's why no amount of designer clothes or expensive dinners will make a man stay if the woman lacks character, respect, or genuine connection. Men want a partner, not a checklist, while too many modern women are busy turning dating into a shopping list. And women who are trying to be the most attractive on the internet are really just insecure women. They're constantly seeking validation from strangers because they don't feel enough on their own. The filters, the angles, the endless posting, it's all a performance to prove worth externally rather than cultivating confidence internally.